Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today, I have my guest with me, my friend Jude. Actually seen him on various podcasts, Run of Play podcast by another friend of mine as well, and we featured together. And I invited him. He's a Man United fan, and I wanted to get his perspective on, the trending topics that we've had, especially in the last 24 to 48 hours. So right now, as we're speaking, I think the Champions League game between Arsenal and Athletic Club is ongoing, but we'll give you updates as the time goes on. But thank you very much, Jude, for joining me on this.
Thank you. At least there's no midweek heartbreak.
No fixture yet, because that's what's really putting pressure on a lot of people, right? And a lot of Man United fans.
Imagine if you have to wait for another Wednesday or Thursday football after
Yeah,
what happened over the weekend.
yeah. And then to think that we thought we were going to have a little bit of Wednesday and Thursday, and then Grimsby Town came and
And
destroyed
even remove
our
that
hopes.
one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
So
that will probably destroy. That would have made it easy and quicker to sack him.
yeah, but do you know
Anyway,
that
he does well
currently
in all those
Grimsby Town
sports.
will
That's just the
play?
problem.
Yeah, Grimsby Town will play the next phase of that League Cup game tomorrow against Sheffield United. So I'm looking to watch that one, but that's not why we're here.
No,
So
I can't
basically,
watch them. They should win.
and
They
I'm going
should
to
win.
watch
I'll
Grimsby.
even be
Come
happy
on,
if they
man.
win.
They trolled Man United on X like crazy.
No, but if they win, it's more like I want them to try to go far and at least even
Yeah,
beat a bigger team, so that at least
yeah,
that way you have some sort of comfort that they beat another big team. But if a smaller team beat them, it's like you always keep hearing every year you keep hearing Grimsby beat United, and
yeah,
it's the
yeah,
most
yeah,
shameful
yeah.
thing of this era.
Yeah, exactly. One of the worst things that to ever happen to Man United in
In
this
this
era.
post-Fergie era.
Yeah.
After
So
Onana.
overall, what's your thoughts? Because I've never got the chance to ask you what's your overall thoughts on the Manchester Derby defeat?
I just think for me, it was a very sad day. It was like helpless, like that point
Yeah,
where you are helpless. Like
yeah,
you can see what needs to be done. You can see it's like as if they that who are in the situation don't see what they need to do. Then you see the coach who is expected to make, like, he keeps saying that we have possession, we are playing this. What we are playing is just possession. Possession without an end goal is useless. The end goal of a game is for you to come and grab the 3 points
and win.
and win. If you want to defend, even people that defend still collect 1 point. You know, would have been better carrying 1 point going home than carrying, like, being beaten that way. I don't know if you know how bad it is when you watch that Haaland's goal. That all
Yeah.
our players,
I think both goals by Haaland actually really annoyed me, and
all
I
our
can
players
describe.
were higher. That's the
Yeah,
one that they were. What is your
yeah.
basic fundamental as a defender? Are you not
I'll
supposed to
defend.
know where the line is? Are you not
Yeah,
supposed to know who is the last man?
yeah.
Like
I
those are
agree.
the
Like,
basic fundamentals. That's like there are things that you are not supposed as a coach, which I don't blame him. But as a coach, you're not supposed to blame. Like I can't tell you to defend. I can't tell you to watch last man. You are supposed to naturally know that is your job
instincts.
as your last
Yeah,
man. So
yeah.
where was Harry Maguire? Where were the other defenders? Where were they looking at? Do you understand? Are they?
So let me tell you the scenario that
Euro
happened.
had
This is
an
me.
off day, so I won't
Yeah,
judge Euro. It was just an off day. So
yeah.
when
So
somebody
I'm
has
going to
an
tell
off day,
you.
the easiest thing to do is just sub him, and that was
Yeah,
what he did. But it was too late when he
yeah,
subbed him.
yeah. So what I'm going to say, like, I'm going to try and kind of give maybe an excuse as to why that happened. So for Harry Maguire, he was the one that made the pass that led to the error that led to the goal. So he passed the ball, was trying to find Luke Shaw, and then he passed it to one of the players, I think Reinders, who now found Haaland. The first goal, yes, the first goal, the defenders were out of position. And then Doku just do ricochet, cross the ball, and then Foden, who was being tracked by Euro, and Bruno, who was trying to track Rodri. So Bruno said he jumped out to mark Rodri, and he saw that Euro came out, right, to kind of move to the middle. And then eventually he's jumping out, made Euro to drop back again. And then obviously in that dropping back, that was the space that Foden went in and headed the ball.
And that's actually one of our key issues this season.
Issues.
Playing
Then
Bruno,
the first goal, the
playing Bruno.
Haaland goal, the first Haaland goal, if you look at what happened, the defenders were out of position. The same thing that happened to us in Burnley, same thing that happened to us in Fulham. They were kind of moved out of position. You see, De Ligt pushed up to mark Haaland. In the process of marking Haaland, there was a 1-2 that beat De Ligt. Then there was Euro outside to this side to block Doku. And then there was Mazraoui running back, and then Luke Shaw was now in the middle. That 1-2 that happened put Doku put the ball left side of Haaland, who was holding Luke Shaw on his right, and Luke Shaw cannot match Haaland with pace. So obviously Haaland was stronger, and then so they capitalized on the opportunity of not having De Ligt in that middle, and De Ligt is given the responsibility of pressing the last presser, but also the presser of the striker and whoever is in the middle. And that is the same thing Harry Maguire tried to do, and then Harry Maguire made a wrong pass, which led to Haaland having a one-on-one.
Why was he going?
So
up
they
to
just
chase
threw the
ball?
kitchen sink,
Like,
and then we just lost
he
the
passed
ball.
the ball and went to
Yeah.
chase the ball, forgetting that there's an attacker right on the line with him.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
where the problem. So for me, I agree with your point, but I think that first goal, forget the out of
Could have been
place,
avoided.
right? Bruno forgot himself.
Yeah.
And he always has that problem in this formation that they are playing him. Like, I even was mad from the formation that the players he set up, because I felt like, okay, Cunha is out. Play Bruno as your 10.
He could have
Keep
even
everything
done
the
a position
same.
where you play
Keep everything the
Casemiro
same.
and
Just
Ugarte.
put Bruno there and play Casemiro and Ugarte, or even play Meno and Ugarte. Let's even see how we can help. There's no creativity in that forward. We bought people that can shoot, but those people now, you expect them to do what they've not been doing, what Saka has been doing. Like, if you watch Mbeumo, he plays with Wisa, he plays with somebody else. Like, they pass ball, they create openings for each other, and then they pass, and then they get that final confidence to shoot or to run. The same thing with Cunha. But this Amorim's game is making them to come back, work for the ball, and then start driving with the ball. Before you get to the forward, there are 4 people that will be waiting for you, or 3 people that have blocked you. And most times when they are driving, there's actually nobody running with you at the same pace. Or the worst person that will run is Dogu. And Dogu final decision on the ball is like, it's
that one
very
needs work as
annoying.
well.
Like, he has the pace to be in places, but that final decision to shoot or to cross or to pass is very, very low. And that's why I ask as a player, there's something that when I used to play football, my goal is do not lose the ball. Like an Iniesta kind of football. Do not lose the ball. Try to always have 2-3 options what to do with the ball.
Typical,
do you understand?
Typical.
2-3 options what to do with the ball. You can't just carry the ball and just run. Like, Doug will just run and go forward, and then he will not realize, oh, there's somebody I'm supposed to pass. Then he will not turn. But then the attack is dead. Same thing with the ball does not get to our attacker. Bruno is deep. He can't connect with the striker. And that's our major problem. Our strikers are not bad. It's just we don't have people to connect. Like, even if it was worse to what you want to play Bruno, why didn't you not play Zexi and Sesko? Zexi can play the kind of ball Sesko plays. Pass to me, I open up, you pass back, control the ball, all those things. That's what.
And Zexi came on in the second half and changed
the game. That attack was more balanced. It could connect. I wonder why he's not playing Zexi. Like, it makes no sense.
So
he just needs space.
In my predicted lineup, I put Cunha with the hope that maybe Cunha will want to fight through the injury. But I said if Cunha does not start, then it's either you put Bruno there and bring in another midfielder, or you put Xerxes there. And then he now went and put Ahmad there. And Ahmad was lost. He was lost. So, but if you notice, yes, and now the place that I thought we were going to capitalize on Man City's weakness is their left side. That's their left back. where he would have put Ahmad. Ahmad and Bumo will run that guy's street there, while you can now bring in maybe like Mazraoui for Euro, because Mazraoui is also strong like that,
Yep.
right? But he now went and put Ahmad there. But when he switched Ahmad to the wing back, you notice that we started switching the balls a lot there. We had an outlet.
Yep.
And that's the thing. He made that mistake. You should have just started with typical.
Like,
Just started
it
with
was
your back
very
three.
it's obvious to
Yeah.
you, and it's obvious to me that
Yeah,
he should
yeah,
have played Bruno in that 10.
Attacking 10, seeing as
So what is
Cunha
now
was
his
out.
problem? Do you understand? Like,
No,
why are you trying to force Bruno to even? There are some point I felt like Bruno somehow is just doing his own best. It's not like, you would see Bruno and you know that Bruno is doing more. But in this position, Bruno is not even doing, like,
he's
it's
not
just
even
like,
having
let's
contact
keep
with the
going, like
ball
as if
per
he's
se.
not motivated to play that position. He doesn't take shots.
Oh yeah,
No,
he hasn't taken
no
a lot
assist,
of shots. He's
nothing.
only
All he
creating
does is just
chances.
hold the ball, pass to the side, hold the ball, pass to the side. That's all he does, and try to run back. The marking, he's not good at being defensive. That's the problem, and that's how we've been slumping and conceding. And it's very obvious to you and I. But Amorim says no, we must keep playing that situation. So you're playing them out of position. The second goal was Euro. That's why I said he has off day. He was like, I kept shouting, clear the guy, clear Dogu. It was very obvious. Clear Dogu.
Yeah.
He was just
Yeah.
holding him shoulder to shoulder. Even Roy King was complaining that a derby, nobody collected yellow card.
Bro, I saw the stats and I was like, it's true. No cards at
Doing
all.
him.
That means they were not aggressive, right? And that's what was lacking in the
It
game.
was so obvious that something was wrong. Just clear the ball or bring him down. There was no point.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
held him
no, you're right.
to the point the guy now saw Haaland and made the pass.
And made that pass. Yeah, you're right.
It was
You're
so
right.
obvious. Is it the third goal was even that one was the summary of what is wrong with
Of what was
Manchester.
going on, yeah.
Me,
and you know what I noticed? Man City came to finish the job.
they
Did not come to play.
They came
They just
with our
came.
formation. The thing that we did to them is what they did to us. What they did was wait for us in the midfield, because everybody knows that Man U cannot connect the striker. Push them to play flank football. Give them hope that they can run your flank, but block the middle. There's nobody in the middle.
Yeah, but even the flanks, they still blocked us now. I mean,
that's the goal. That's the ball sense. They push you to the flank. You go to the flank. By the time you go to the flank, the 2 or 3 and the 4s are already blocking you.
Yeah, Kusanov
all you
blocked
just be
out
doing
Dogu
is
for
to
a
pass
long
ball
time.
around. All you do is a U shape. You be passing ball around. That connection to the striker is what is missing, and that's why you have people like Zexi to play the 10. You have people like Bruno to play that 10. People that can create is what you need in that 10. Not people that are going for goal. People that are going for goal will not look at your striker. And a team that does not connect with striker will obviously not do well.
I agree with you. I think most of the points you've made are really, really valid.
So he just needs to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, how do I get this Bruno now to be free? Even if I want to play him as that deep, let him be free to be able to go straight or pass in a way that it will go straight instead of going U-shape. Because there was that Arsenal who play U-shape. I don't know if you remember those early days of Ateta.
Oh, yeah.
They will press from left to right.
And switch to the other side. They still do it this season anyway.
But now they are still playing like direct football. Now they are playing direct because
direct, they have a striker. They have a target man, right?
A target man. So target that man and locate him. Even if he doesn't know how to score, because I feel we didn't buy the right striker for the job. But
who do you think would have got?
I felt Haaland would have done better. He just needs that confidence boost. Because as a striker, I know how frustrating it is that you keep waiting for the ball, doing all the runs and everything. The moment you get the first ball, what is on your head is not, let me clear or let me pass to the clear person. That moment, your head is like, let me shoot and get a goal. Do you understand? So out of that frustration, you might just hit the ball wrongly. Your confidence goes down. A striker needs to do at least, if you watch before Haaland scored, I think he had one that went to, maybe after he scored, he still went one that went wide. He had some that went wide. Do you understand? But that confidence is still there for people to still locate him, give him the ball, and he kept trying. And before you know, the goal he scored was just a goal from defensive error, not like a clear goal that they build up the play and pass to us. That's what matters for a striker.
I agree.
So
I
I feel
agree.
like we need to.
Hoyland would have been a very,
He would
even if
have
you
been
had
a better
signed,
person to still
yeah,
be there for me.
yeah.
I don't feel like. I feel like Zesco's kind of football is more of like it gives me the vibe of Walt Wegos. I'm sorry to
No,
say.
but I think he's a system. So Sesko is a system player. He's been through the Red Bull system, style of play, and everything, and that's the reason why Christopher Vale wanted him, because the system player, you understand what it means to press and work hard. But I felt they shouldn't have still let Hoyland go. What would have happened is they're both 22. They can compete
They can
for the
compete each
position.
other and
Then
allow
you
them.
can now have Xerxes as your extra number 10. Days Mbumo needs rest, you can bring Xerxes. Days you want to take Mbumo off and create a new dynamism with
You
this with
bring
the number
on.
10, you
And we
bring
don't even
Xerxes.
have replacement striker.
Exactly. Then you now have a proper conversion and make Ahmad either a right 10 or a right wing back. That way it gives him opportunity to challenge Dalo for right wing
Yep.
back. Then you now have Diego Leon challenging Dogu for left wing back. Then in your defense, you have Heaven Martinez, Maguire Delict, Yoro Mazraoui. Then any other person that you want to bring will now be a support like Tyler Fredrickson, Godwin Kokonki, and the rest. But he just kind of was trying to make things work. In fact, I saw big content creators put stuff out there saying Man United should even try and play Mazraoui as one of the sixes. And I'm like, if I will not that
One of the sticks is it can
that's
work
like
now.
one of the defensive midfielders,
It can work.
right? it, it will be hard to
It'll
work
be
because
hard because he's not that. He's not like a ball. The problem with our
he's a ball
defense,
player, but not a ball carrier.
yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Our defense, that's one of the issues we're having. The system needs our defense to be playing the ball, carrying the ball. But you see that someone like Euro doesn't have, I think, confidence enough to carry the ball
No,
most times.
I think the occasion of the City derby of the Manchester derby just kind of shook him a little bit.
He still doesn't have confidence. They kind of give you that. There's a way that Harry Maguire carries the ball and you see confidence. You understand?
Yeah.
But you know that this confidence, you can do a lapse and then concede. But there's that confidence that you have. But Euro carries the ball. I think an attacker will chase him like as if he's a normal, and he's going to probably do an error. But Harry Maguire you will have that confidence that even if an attacker chases him, he's going to either bring the attacker down or do something like those kind of stuff. Him and Delete. And the problem is our football brings them forward, and they are not good shooters. They're in position to shoot. They are not good shooters. They are not. So that's why I said forcing them to carry the ball is going
No,
to.
well, for the attackers, I can say for Cunha, their ball is a ball
No,
carrier.
our
You've seen
attackers are
that.
okay. Our defense, like when we attack, you see that our defense comes high. Or when
Yeah,
we are going for corners, they are our free kicks. They are around the area. They are
yeah.
sometimes the lead. We enter in position of moving forward, and then in the end, you know that even if he has a clear-cut chance, there's most likely a 5% chance that Delete won't score it. That Delete will score it. Sorry, there's more chances that he will lose it because he doesn't know how to shoot or something. And I don't know. It's only Maguire that gives me that confidence of I can score.
Yeah, but the problem with Maguire is now he's not now that fast again.
It's not
So
fast again.
that's the thing.
And
So it's a
uh,
challenge. I thought we came into the season
but
with
the
I
problem
came
is,
into the season with a bit of
I think
confidence.
Shaw too is another problem because if I
No,
see
no,
Shaw,
no. Let's not even talk.
If I see Shaw as my last man, just forget it. From last season,
Man
Shaw,
United fans are so annoyed with Luke
and
Shaw
I
right
think
now. They're like,
when there's a two, when he plays and Dogu is playing, or when he plays and Maguire is playing, he always creates confusion. Somehow, he's all over the place,
yeah.
and he forgets positioning, and then he just has that one issue
One
defending.
mistake,
I feel
just
like
one mistake.
as a player, there's a point where you choose one thing. If you're losing it all, choose one thing. You're a defender. Choose to know that defend. Don't have pace, but choose to know how to defend. Like let's know that you are that. Will I put who will I put now? Is it Carles Puyol that you know that at his old age he was
Carlos
still
Puyol
able
or
to
even
hold,
Fabio
or
Cannavaro
Mascherano? Like you
or
can't run
Mascherano.
them, but when they're in CB, they know that they can time that ball and time you and know how to get the ball without getting a foul or losing themselves. Do you understand? But not every if you give me 10 chances with Shaw, 9 out of 10, that ball is leading to a goal. With Shaw being in that position. So you see that there's a problem. It's not just about, and they are not quick to transition the ball sometimes. Sometimes they feel like there was a point when we were losing 3-0, and I was like, do these people think that the 3 is for them and that they
No,
are playing?
I think they were scared. Trust me. Like you've
they
conceded.
were
You
playing.
just want to hold
Ah,
back so you don't
ah,
concede more.
and I think also maybe just Pep changed the formation and they sat back so as to not concede. But we had some chances which we couldn't convert. Like it was
Yeah.
too annoying and very obvious.
Yeah. So I agree with you. Like with regards to this Ruben Amorim has stated that he won't change his 3-4-3 system. Now I have I have a question. This is the question, but I have another question that I saw online and it made me think twice again. So Ruben Amorim said he won't change his 3-4-3 system, even amidst calls for tactical flexibility. Now, what do you think? Because why I say I have a question is somebody has come out and said Ruben Amorim's, and this is where most people miss it. Everybody thinks system and philosophy is the same. System is different, philosophy is different. Now, Ruben Amorim has come out severally and said systems are overrated. You can see, for anybody who is watching, you can check my TikTok. You see loads of Ruben Amorim's message in press conference. Now he said systems are overrated. Then he now says, I will not change my philosophy. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because if you compare to what happened with Ten Hag came with a system and a philosophy of 4-3-3. This is the way we play. We're going to be very fluid. My holding midfielder is going to be the person dictating play. And then, or it's called the Ajax way. That's the philosophy. Then he came to Man United, played Brentford, played Brighton, lost those 2 games and changed to 4-2-3-1, which is what the players for the club were signed for. Now, what's your take on Ruben Amorim's stance on not changing his philosophy, not his system?
Philosophy is his gameplay, the
Yeah.
3-4-3, right?
Yeah.
There's no formation that is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, how will I put it? It's just how you mix the resources
Exactly.
and timing that is
Yeah.
wrong.
And even your opportunity to take chances as well.
That falls down to the resources, because the resources have to have sense to be able to make those decisions. Coach won't come and tell you when there's a clear-cut chance to score or when there's a chance to pass. Do you understand? So it bothers to me, like how we are saying, like you and I know that Bruno should play the 10, but he kept Bruno in the deep 4.
In the 6, yeah.
That's him sticking to a system that is not working, not a philosophy. We're not against him. We're not against him playing the 3-4-3. We see the 3-4-3. We see the possession. We are happy, but there are lapses in defense. There are lapses in attack. And most of this attack, like I used to say this, the problem with Man U conceding, our defense is not a problem. Our Onana is not a major problem. He's a problem, but it's not a major problem. He's like somebody I expected to leave Man U in 2 seasons. Because if we are going to compete for titles and win trophies, he's not a keeper that I want to see in the post based on this formation. For me, our problem is scoring. If we can score,
then anybody's going to think about philosophy and systems.
then nobody, not even system, our defensive structure will be solid.
Okay.
It gives them confidence. See, go and look at our Europa games last season when we were leading all those 4-0. You see that there's a different atmosphere that comes with us scoring. Even the defense comes up, everybody's up. It's only against Lyon that we kind of lost it in the second half.
Yeah, we're doing more transition play and then we're conceding goals
You
anyhow.
understand? But if you come into a game like Burnley's game or which other game, and you are easily leading 1 or 2-0, if Man U can lead 2-0 in a game and play the way they were, like calm down and play your ball, like do everything, we'll hardly get that conceding. The only problem it has with them is that they will now probably forget to keep scoring. So that's why I say mine is all about playing the people. That game against Man City, he could have just kept the same, keep all these changes, keep making the players confused. Because the instruction you gave me last week as a right wing back, and you put me on the left 10, I'm confused. It's not my core position. Do you understand? I'm confused. If you put me as a right wing back today and you put me as a CB, I'm going to be confused. There will be lapses because it's not where I've played consistently. Do you understand? So we need a consistent team structure to know that this is who is playing. Don't use because this person made one error today and then you sub him. You have to use because there's a consistency of this person not fitting that position and then you sub him. The philosophy is okay. It's just using the right players at that moment. Me, I felt Dogu, I know you needed energy, but then in the end, the result was useless. I would even prefer that. I don't know. That is it Tobiamas or something? That boy that holds the ball in the midfield that left
Harry Hamas
Ariamas
or
or so. I think yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if he's on loan now or
he's on loan at Sheffield
because I'm like we
United,
could have
Sheffield
kept
United or
him
something.
to help us in that midfield, and he has that distribution and he's a young guy.
You mean Toby Collier,
I think
the
it's Toby
midfielder?
Collier. Sorry, Toby
He's
Collier,
at
not
West
Harry
Brom.
Hamas. Toby Collier.
He's at West Brom.
He has that energy in the midfield and everything to do what we could have done with him and then push Bruno up front. Do you understand? Like, these are people that fit your system. There's no point. You have Maguire. You're playing Shaw. Like, make it make sense.
So who do you think should be, especially in that back three, because we're still speaking about systems and philosophies, in that back three, or let's say back four, including the goalkeeper, against Man City, who do you think should have started at the back?
Start Lammens. The keeper should have been the new keeper. There's no point.
The new keeper.
There's no point keeping him on the bench.
The reason why I would
did
excuse
with striker. Our striker now is struggling. There's no point.
I would have excused Amorim on the goalkeeper situation with regards to the goalkeeper just started training on Monday.
He did not train in his Belgian club.
He played 4 games in the Belgian club and conceded a barrage of goals.
There's no problem. Let's start with him. Let us know what we have. If he comes tomorrow, this is the problem, right? If he comes next game against Chelsea and he concedes, confidence starts dropping. Do you understand?
But
it's better he comes in now and we know that the whole system. Then it's better we know that the problem. Because if he comes next match now and concedes, we don't have hope again.
So we still have conceded 3 goals against Man City. That's what would have happened even with him.
Because I felt there were some places I think the second goal? The second goal, yeah.
Trust me, the 2 goals, the 3 goals. The second goal.
The first goal I didn't blame him. The first goal I didn't blame him. The first one I didn't blame him. He probably wasn't paying too much attention.
The second goal where he came out and then they chipped him.
If you look at his run, this is why I'm mad that they keep saying we are buying for the future. You're buying for the future. You're not fixing the present. Do you understand? If you're not fixing the present, there's no way you get to that future. Donnarumma was available for 5 or 10 million. We left an experienced keeper.
No, now I can understand the Donnarumma one. The Donnarumma one was salary. That was the problem.
Matter. The main thing, my brother, if Messi is going to come to Mbappe is going to come to Man U, and you know that Mbappe is going to deliver. Then you say no, you want to go and sign who will I use now?
Use Lamine Yamal.
You want to go and sign Lamine Yamal that he's upcoming, that is for the future. But you have an Mbappe that has been delivered for 6 seasons. Do you understand? I've been shouting. Do you know since how many years? Like, I think it was more of last season or last season. And I was saying, oh, hopefully we can get to qualify for Champions League and then be able to convince Donnarumma and the right back, Ashraf Hakimi, convince both of them of our project. Do you understand? And they can come in and let's pay them that salary. We're already paying people and they are not doing anything.
No, get me.
It will be easier now for us to say, okay, offload Casemiro. Let us balance the book. Offload this person. Man U has the money. It's not that we don't have the money. That's Michigan we are starting to save. We will suffer again at end of 18th. We lose out money. Having a keeper that will bring you to 3rd or 4th is better than you ending in 18th with the keeper that you are trying to save money from. In the end, you are losing money. But you build a team because not going to Champions League, not winning that Europa trophy cost us a lot, but we will not see it. Because players that could have easily walked into Man U are not going to walk in because there's no Champions League.
So what I'm going to say with regards to that, I can understand your idea of Donnarumma getting Donnarumma now.
So while you are saying
but-
that, I want you to also touch on Aston Villa's keeper who wants to come to Man U. I want to hear your own first.
I was going there. I was going there. Now, Donnarumma, I can understand the Donnarumma aspect. In fact, I would prefer Donnarumma over Emi Martinez, and I know I have
Yep.
a lot of reasons why.
I have to.
Now, Emi Martinez, that they are saying, everybody shouting. I have one stat that Onana last season had 9 clean sheets. Emi Martinez had 8. Yet Onana played less games than Emi Martinez. Okay, Emi Martinez is prone to a red card, right? Now, everybody says, oh, he's mature, he has Premier League experience. What has he won at club level? Even the Onana they're comparing him with, Onana has a Carabao Cup. Is that a Carabao Cup?
It's a matter of teams. Before
That's what I'm saying.
Before the guy came to Man U, the guy probably has not won a lot.
No, he won in Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
One League Cup in Atletico Madrid.
Then he came to Man U and won more.
Yes, but Emi Martinez hasn't won anything at club level. Anytime you talk about the Martinez argument,
Aston Villa cannot do more like what they.
That's what I'm saying. He also went to the same Emi Martinez went to the Champions League, and still they lost.
I don't understand. You wanted to win Champions League with Aston Villa.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
It's not semi-final, quarter-final. They tried.
If you're comparing, let's say now you're comparing.
Not for Rashford and his colleagues.
If we're saying Senna Lammens, no problem. Lammens is a young keeper. He's upcoming. He hasn't done anything. He has one league maybe at Antwerp, but he hasn't done anything. He has one league at Antwerp, yes. He hasn't done anything remarkable in his. But even the Senna Lammens has a trophy that Martinez does not have, except that any argument people want to bring is that he's won the World Cup and he's won the Copa America. That's it.
That he
at international level.
My only fear with him is that he concedes a lot too.
He concedes a lot of goals.
He concedes too.
He's a good, like the saving, the clips you can see is that, he saves a lot. He saves a lot. He saves a lot.
He's a keeper that will probably save us from all the stupid corner goals that we've been considering.
Which I agree. Because I watched Aston Villa's last game.
Some of our keepers lack. His experience in the league will still pay off a little bit, but for me, like the Donnarumma one was a painful. It just tells you that something is wrong at United. The reason why I'm saying Donnarumma is, remember when we were going for a left wing back, there was this boy we sold to Benfica.
Carreras Fernandez.
If that boy had come back to Man United, it would be like a Pogba return. Do you understand? Like the push, the energy, the shot. He has more ball sense than Dog. For some reason, they went to bring Dog. Check the club where Dog is. You
Leche.
You just be wondering. They will not tell you, he's younger. I'm like,
it's younger, but and he has more. So what I felt that
I'm like, look at the boy. What happened? He went to Madrid. Do you understand the mistakes we are doing?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I blame the old regime for that. I mean, people are blaming Ten Hag for letting that happen.
Like, he could have gone. The old regime was so hyped and happy to have that boy, but for some reason they just went for Dogu, and I'm like, how can this be happening?
So I think Dogu was a correction to what happened with Carreras, because now Carreras is a good left back. Like, I watched him in the academy. He went on loan to Benfica, played very well. Could have just easily come back into the team. And then if they sign Dogu or whatever, him and Dogu will compete.
Yeah.
Right? But then they now let Carreras go, and that was Ten Hag, because Ten Hag said he does not fit the system. And now he had to trust Luke Shaw and who was the left back at the time?
It was this guy that Malaysia that never came.
Malaysia
keep going and coming back.
So, and then Malaysia has been out for almost 2 years without actually playing proper, maybe 2 games or 3 games. So there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of stuff that went on, especially in that our back line. Now, trying to correct it by signing 18-year-old Diego Leon and 20-year-old Patrick Dogu. In fact, Patrick Dogu, I'm going to give him an excuse because he just literally came in January. So we can't really say, he has played 1 full season at Man United, so he's crap.
For 3 more months now, to be 1 full season.
Let's reach the 3 more months now.
We're not seeing anything.
I want, like me, for me, for me, I believe I want my fullbacks to be able to create chances and assist, especially now that we have a striker who can
We've
jump
been
in the air.
lacking in that for
Like
years.
there was a game we brought in, what's his name? We brought in Benjamin Šeško. As we brought in Benjamin Šeško, I thought that we would just be loading crosses, and we were drawing against Fulham.
They were playing. I saw it
refused to
now.
load the crosses.
They
were
were
still
the
playing
boy
those
even
ground
got
things.
frustrated and had to be coming back, carry ball. Like to
Yeah.
carry the ball, he's not that too fast. So he's like a walk with me kind of player. That kind of Leipzig kind of play.
He's like your Haaland.
Like
He won't carry the ball, but he will just
he'll locate you and then open up and try to like. My question is, how many years? Like I keep complaining. Like see somebody like Dalo. Wan-Bissaka was the first issue. He stayed how many years under Solskjaer and Ten Hag,
and all the managers before Ten Hag,
and yet he could not
including Ten
learn
Hag.
to cross the ball. Bissaka, Dalo. That's what I'm telling you. There's something wrong. Like there's something wrong that
I think it's the culture.
It's more like you go into training to train to be better. You also have to have your group training and you have to have your personal training. As a personal trainer now, you have to know that Mazraoui now will run into places where Dalo will run into. Mazraoui is quick to make a decision, but his problem is that he doesn't have that accuracy with shot. Dalo will run into the same places.
But no
Dalo
cross.
has good shots, but he doesn't have sense to take that shot. He will first, the cross serve is even annoying. The cross, he will try to carry it to the left, carry the ball to his left leg. By then, the defender he has already beaten. He's already running back. Then he'll turn it to the right. That's when he will remember, oh, I can cross. Then he will now send something that looks like a cross.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm like,
that's a problem.
How do we keep doing this thing? And then the other teams will just keep bringing players. You just see people crossing ball. Like Brighton will cross ball, somebody will be there to nod. And like, there's clear something missing that we are not doing. These are basics. These are basics. Do you understand? If we can fix basics, then we can start somewhere.
Yeah. So, like everybody, just as you've said, everybody has been saying it that Man United need to go back to basics, and that is the challenge. Need to go back to basics. So another question I'll have for you, is what would you have preferred? Because everybody's saying Amorim is stubborn about his system, but when Ten Hag changed his system, they said, "Oh, he has changed his system instead of sticking to the Ajax way," and they kept asking him, "Why don't you want to play the Ajax way?" But there was something that slipped through the cracks that people didn't hear when Amorim said something. Amorim said something towards the beginning of it, because I watched his press conference and I analyzed it. He said, "I'm the kind of manager that sticks to a philosophy and I won't change." That's one. Two, if I have a philosophy and eventually I change, the players might not respect me. They might not believe that I can stand on one thing. That's another thing he said. And it slipped through the cracks. Nobody's talking about it. Now, he said this. Now, do you think that Ruben Amorim being maybe stuck on his ways or stuck on his formation is what we needed? Because this is what people called during Ten Hag's time. Someone that can stick to his formation and stick to his style of play. Do you think that him sticking to his style of play is what is causing him the problem?
Right now, I feel like sticking to his style. Like right now, I'll give it right now. I feel like sticking to it is causing him problem. This is Premier League.
Okay, but speaking of Premier League, two managers have used the same style of. In fact, Pep at one point used it, but nobody saw that. Nobody talked about it
too.
So, Tuchel, even former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has used it. Tuchel used it. Antonio Conte used it, and used it to win trophies.
What those coaches did and did well is what Amorim needs to learn. One, playing people in the right position.
Okay. Speaking of playing people in the right position, before you answer the second question, who is being played out of position? Who are the players being played out of position?
Bruno is not giving his full potential. One.
Okay.
And that kills. He's the only creativity we have in our team.
Okay.
Right now.
I can agree with you on that, yeah.
And putting him that deep, it's very easy for him to be marked out
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
his
It happened to
problem.
us against Spurs, so I understand that.
So putting him there will kill us so bad that we are not going to be good defensively, and we're not going to be good in the attack because defensively,
Okay.
he's not. The most mistake he does is that sometimes he'll play Bruno and Casemiro, forgetting that Bruno is not. Both of them are not fast. Casemiro is more defensive minded than Bruno. So when something is happening, Bruno might just still be react. Like, I think it will take Bruno a full season to adapt to this position because sometimes he forgets that like there are positions that Ugarte might be in, and he will remember that he has to run back to track that person, to track this. Bruno does not remember, which is why that Foden goal is annoying. If you looked at the Foden goal, Foden just walked past Bruno. Bruno was there standing, meaning it's forgetfulness. It's the same thing that happened against Fulham. Dallo got the ball and forgot himself and failed to transition quickly. Why? He probably forgot that that everybody is now attack. With transition to attack, everybody has moved up. Unlike the previous formation that where you have a four back, right? When he goes up, those two center backs are still behind. So if there's any error, that left back runs back to him. And the problem also is that Luke Shaw was there. So anyhow you see Lucia, just forget it. Just pray that the opponent misses the goal. That's all
I
for
agree
now.
with you on the Luke Shaw one.
So
Of all this sadness that's happening with Manchester United, this is the only thing that we can actually think and just laugh because in truth,
there's nothing
I
we
know
can do
it's
because we have a manager that is stubborn
yeah.
and we have players that don't know what they are doing.
But we that was what we like. I was saying this before
What
Ten Hag was
happened
sacked.
to Mbeumo? Mbeumo has got to 30 goals. Now it's 4 games in.
2 goals, 2 goals,
2
2
goals.
goals.
He's 4
2
games
goals.
in, 2 goals.
At
Yeah,
least 2 goals.
no goal. Let's go.
Now why I'm laughing is because
no goal.
those days when they were trying to last year when they were trying to sack Ten Hag, this was in October. They're like, "Oh, sack Ten Hag, sack Ten Hag." I said to most Man United fans, I say, "Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for." They say, "No, let's go for Amorim." Now I've seen another Man United fan post online. He said, "Oh, that why that if Amorim doesn't work, we sack him. We'll move on to another one. If that one doesn't work, we sack him." I'm like, bro, it's not that easy. Do you know Ten Hag got about 13 million pounds from just being sacked by Man United and got another 7 million pounds from just being sacked by Liverpool? You think it's easy to just be sacking and be recording these things on the books? It's hard.
They shouldn't sack Amorim. There's no point. Let's just suffer through this season.
Bro, I the same way you just said it. That same way.
If they sack him, we'll still not like the problem is my question is if they sack him, who are they going to bring? They're going to bring an interim.
That's another question. That's my next question for you. So who do you think should be the next manager if they sack Amorim?
If they sack him, their manager, so there's Carlo.
Okay.
You can convince Carlo Ancelotti to come back.
Carlo Ancelotti is coaching Brazil, so
you
it's
can
done.
Convince him, he can leave it and come back to Man U. I'm telling you, you can convince him that maybe even after the World Cup, he can come to Man U. There's no point. That way he will help.
But should I tell you who I think can take this team forward? I want Amorim to succeed. I want Amorim. In fact, I'm backing Amorim to the fullest.
Amorim needs 4 seasons. Just the stubbornness that
like
he has, 4 seasons.
Like us now, right?
So if you're ready to back him for 3 or 4 seasons,
I'm ready to back him more. But one thing I wanted to say is if they decide that
if he succeeds, he will go fine. He will have dominance. We will have dominance. Yes. That's the thing. But the problem is in that succeeding, we will need to do investments. Do you understand? We need to take out players and bring in players, take out players and bring in players, because you're trying to fix a philosophy. So anybody that does not align with the philosophy needs to be taken out. There's no point. The more you're patching, which is what is killing us. I said, for us to get where we need to be, we need to sell almost everything that was in Ten Hag's era.
You're right.
And get a new set of players to breathe new fresh air. Everything in Ten Hag's era. So we are still struggling from what is happening last season. You see Man U ex players doing where?
Let me shock you. You see in that our lineup, we have players from Van Gaal. So
Luke Shaw is
the last Van Gaal player.
Van
Gaal to Mourinho.
Yeah.
Van Gaal signed Luke Shaw from Southampton.
Yeah, Van Gaal to Mourinho now.
Yeah. We have Bayındır from Tenag. We have Dalot from Mourinho. We have
like players that
we,
should have gone. Don't you see Man City?
exactly.
João Cancelo came. João Cancelo was a great player.
He's still playing well,
He moved.
but
They
he had to
shipped
be
him.
let go.
Mahrez
2
came.
years.
He shipped him. That's how clubs do. This longevity of trying to keep people in a
Yeah, but
football,
they're not good enough. They have to be shipped.
they
That's
just
the
need to be
point.
shipped.
I know
Ship them
we have
at
a
the
lot of
point. This is
emotion.
the same thing that happened in Garnacho. January, sell Garnacho. I was saying, sell Garnacho, sell him. No, they don't agree. Now they have to force the sale. Like then,
Yeah.
Napoli was coming for 60 million. People were
I
coming,
would have sold him.
sell him, carry money. No, they don't agree. Now we are stuck with because in the end, the coach somehow he creates a toxic situation that will now force the player to be sold. I feel like at this point in time, Bruno is our problem and should be
Why?
sold.
Why do you think so?
Bruno is the ball has to go through him for it to make sense. For any Man U push, like most goals, most attack, most goals, most have to go through him. If you're playing a philosophy football or a system football, everywhere has to be working. Look at Arsenal. I'm sorry to use them, but look at them. It can't be one person. It's not. There was a time Arsenal was only Odegaard.
Yeah, well, Odegaard now looks like
It looks like
he's
not. Do you understand?
It looks
You
like
have to have a
a
fluid
crap player in
football.
Arsenal right now.
Man City used to have Kevin De Bruyne. Once Kevin De Bruyne collapsed, everything collapsed. Do you understand? But now,
Even Rodri at some
everybody
point
now
too.
is doing in their way. Like you have to create other ways because what happens is that teams learn all these things, which is why I say Amorim sticking to the philosophy is a problem. In Portuguese league, whatever that happens there, I don't know. And you're playing teams that don't have name. Do you understand? But then in the league, your other coaches, they are coming with the mindset that this Man U was just beating or struggling with Burnley. The Man City that Brighton. So you see Brighton now beat Man City 2-1. Man City beat Brighton beat Man City 2-1. Man City beat Man U 3-0. Do you think Brighton will come with the mindset to come and defend against Man U? Do you understand? They will they've already seen the errors, know where the errors is. It's very easy. It's a very easy walkover. You see Bournemouth, Brighton, Newcastle, all of them will beat this Man U.
Okay. We'll wait and
this
see.
current situation that we are in, if it doesn't change, this current situation, they'll beat us. Because all they need to do is do the same thing City did, do the same thing every other team is doing.
Yeah, but the same way
midfield.
But that's the same way Man United can also prepare for them.
But we are not preparing.
No, we are. I'm trying to make
it very easy.
Like I'm trying to be
allow Man U. All you do is allow Man U take the first 10-15 minutes. That's what they like to have. They will have all the possession but no result. After that, we take over. When we take over, we capitalize on that wing back and defensive errors. Block the midfield to not see road. Once you are able to
bringing Cunha back, and sending Ahmad down to right wing back will actually help. I don't mind Ahmad playing right wing back.
Everybody wing back. Ahmad being on that right side helps. It helps with pressure on that right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if Cunha is not back, he should at least think. There's no Messi Mount, so there's no point.
Just play Zexi.
If you want to play back and defend, if you want to play Sexco, play Zexi. Play Zexi or Bruno. Let those two people be. Let's even try. I'm not saying change the philosophy. Just change the players. Let us try and see what it is. But the problem is, he will not change it in a game.
But should I shock you? Before you say, should I shock you? I looked at the bench, for the game, the Man City game, and we had only 3 players that could change something in that game. The rest are goalkeepers and defenders. We had 2 goalkeepers in Tom Heaton and Lammens. We had defenders, Aiden Heaven. We had Tyler Fredrickson, right? And that's it. Aiden Heaven, Tyler Fredrickson, and Harry Maguire. Then, apart from defense and goalkeeping, we only had Casemiro, Kobe Menu, Zexi. What does that scream of? Lack of depth. Absolutely. Because even Man City had 3 more players
to bring on.
3 more players ahead of us. We had 3 players short of what Man City brought to the bench. So
we took
he brought on Casemiro, brought on Menu, brought on Xerxes. That's it.
It's,
Then he brought on Maguire. Somebody claimed, why is he subbing a defender and bringing a defender? Who else will he bring? Mount
it's
and
not.
you know what happened?
It's not.
Mount and Cunha getting injured just kind of killed everything we had to do with depth. Because if Mount and Cunha were there, you will not have to worry about, oh, Bruno this, Bruno that. Because if Mount plays one of the 10s, he can drop back. If
We'll
Cunha
still
plays
come
one of the
back to
strikers, he can drop to the mid.
how the system causes injuries on this player, because
Ah,
all our players have got an injury except Bruno.
no, it's only 2 players that got injured.
So but we'll still come back to how playing them out of position and forcing them to be running up and down without.
No, but the player you've mentioned that is being played out of position is only Bruno Fernandes, right? Mad. Everybody's complaining that he's being played out of position, but we've all seen the difference between him playing as a 10 and playing as a wing back. Playing as a 10, he struggles, he feels lost, even though he has played there before. That's his position.
Because
yeah, but not the left 10.
Not left 10, but the problem is Mbuemo has that, that quality of
His quality is higher than
you never
Ahmad.
know. You never know what will happen with them, so you can't sub them. Like against the Fulham game, I was of the opinion that he should have subbed Mbuemo or push Mbuemo to the other side when he remove. He should learn to remove Dogu. Let's try also to remove Dogu and switch either Mbuemo to that side, to that left side. And I know his strength is on the right. That's just the problem. Like switching him to the left side so that somehow
you will still get backlash.
Because the problem we have is when you play both of them, their teams will play, and Ahmad is not solid as a right wing back. Their teams will play, but he's better.
I agree with you.
He pushes that energy in the attack for us. But as a right wing back, we don't play. So that brings me to: should he now not see that those teams, instead of bringing in Dalo or Mazraoui, why don't we change to for those teams? Why don't we change to a 4-3-3 kind of? Do you understand? Like change the formation, since you know that these two people can walk on this side. Change the formation for it to balance with those teams. Because the team with playing small teams, we play big teams. Our formation work well with teams that press us. The reason why it didn't work against Man City did not come to press us. Man City used the same gameplay with us. They sit back and wait for us to error and then capitalize on it. That's what they used and won us. And then at some point, they went back to defend towards the end. But most times, you watch the games that we play against all the big teams, it helps. It works against the big team because they are coming to attack you. So you hold the ball, push it forward, and your attack takes the ball, and you look like we are playing something. But against small teams, it's like those ones come with a negative kind of football that I don't even put my head around. But our formation does not work against small teams in that league. And
okay, so looking ahead, what do you think is the best course of action, basically, for Manchester United as a whole, with regards to this whole Amorim system, his stance on not changing it? Should we continue to be patient, or should he adapt, like you just said, adapt from the players, or just change the management philosophy as well? Because I will make reference to his last post-match press conference for City, where he said that he's not changing, but he also said that when I want to change and I feel like I need to change, I will change. That's what he said. But people didn't clock that. All they focused on is he's not changing, and that's the news they carried. So what's the next course of action?
It's 30-something games, and he has not decided to change. Maybe when he completes one full season games, that's 38. I mean, so that he will change. His win ratio is too low. Do you understand? I know he feels like, oh, that was what happened in Portuguese. What happened in Jamaica might not be the same solution to what will happen in Nigeria or in London or England or in Portugal. Do you understand? That's why we always say adapt. Do you understand? Adapt. Right now you don't have that squad. And last season I was of the opinion, okay, we are doing this, exposing the areas in the philosophy, positions that people can play, so that we can fix it and buy the people that can play. I said, no problem. We have entered the season. We've bought some players.
No, but I give Amorim an excuse in that one, based on the fact that he needed at least 2 midfielders.
Well, then why didn't you prioritize the midfield?
Yeah, but is the ownership now. The ownership didn't prioritize it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's where I want to blame him, but I don't blame him because I don't know what goes on in their transfer to know,
And that's
okay,
what he said in the press
who,
conference, that you guys don't know what has been going on in the last couple
because
of months, but
I'm
you
like,
people are saying what
to
you're saying.
me, it won't be like, you're supposed to know as a coach, this is the person that I want.
He said it. He said he
You
wanted
understand?
Baleba.
This is the person that I want. And then you are looking at, you buy, there's no way Mario will give you a list and say, this is what I want. When you buy something else, it's just like when he chose Drogba. Do you understand? Everybody was like, why are you going for Drogba and this thing? And they were giving him Crespo and Shevchenko. And he went ahead with Drogba, and Drogba became a beast. The same thing with the other players and stuff. So me, I'm like, why is Ineos now forcing the transfer instead of working with the coach to stop by? Like, this is a new coach now. I can get Ten Hag's last season. Maybe there were rumors that they were buying players for
System than for
system
manager.
and for future. Do you understand? Because Ten Hag was already losing it. So I'm like, okay, but now you already have somebody there. Work with the person to buy the right players. Now we obviously need a midfielder, and we cannot go to Brighton because they're going to outprice us in January.
Actually, he wanted Baleba based on, like, the same way we did. He played against Wolves. He wanted Cunha. He got Cunha. We played against Brentford. He wanted Mbumo. We got Mbumo. He played against Aston Villa. He wanted Oli Watkins. We didn't get Oli Watkins. Instead, we went for a younger player who is unproven but also
Like, it's
has
very annoying.
potential.
I feel like
Then he wanted Emi Martinez. I heard. I don't know how true that is. But we
anything
went
is
and
better
got an Lammens.
than Onana, so that's why anything is better. I tell you, at this point.
Anything is. I agree with you. Then now, with regards to midfield, he wanted Baleba. He says Baleba or nothing. Go all out and get him. This was what Fabrizio Romano said, and I think Ben Jacobs also said it too. And then at the end, we didn't get either of them. Like, we didn't get the Baleba. We didn't even get like any other, maybe Wharton, the Crystal Palace player. Then I
But
started
that
watching
Watson
this.
guy is actually good. I
Yeah,
was looking
but
at
have you watched this Nottingham Forest guy, William something, number 8? That guy is, in fact, if they sell Bruno, I say we should go all out and get that guy. That guy is like Bruno 2.0. He's 22, so he's young. He has a lot of energy. He's the dictator of play. He's always making himself available for the ball. He can defend. I watched him against Arsenal. He was the best player for Nottingham Forest. Morgan Gibbs White had nothing on Arsenal. He was missing. But that guy, everywhere you look, the guy is there playing. So that's another player we can get. He's an English player. He got his English cap over the international break. That's another player we can get, right? But he wanted Baleba. And Brighton say, no, we're not selling. Check it out. Baleba has not really played well since that thing happened, because Baleba actually wanted to come to Man United. So there's a problem. And I hear that we're going to go for another midfielder in January.
That's the problem.
So,
when you go for that midfielder now, we'll most likely not buy Believer again.
no, we might. We might
I'm
have
telling
to.
you, we'll most likely
No,
not buy.
because Casemiro's contract comes to an end. Comes to an end this season.
He'll probably sign a new contract once to buy a new midfielder. That's how you to play. Just mark my words, he to play like that. If we buy a midfielder, he'll sign a new contract. That new contract will force us not to buy because the price will now be outrageous. There will not be a clause and contract, and Man U will want to be budget. We'll only buy if Amorim is still at the helm.
We need at least 2 midfielders.
Do you understand? If Amorim is still at the helm, we'll only buy. But you can't buy 2 in the same position. You're not Fergie yet. We'll buy later.
No, we need to buy 2 in that same position, because
there's something
I'm hearing also.
There's something with we need to, and we are going to. Do you understand?
No, but I'm hearing
need a
also
second striker too.
from Fabrizio yesterday. Oh yeah, we need another striker. From Fabrizio yesterday, I'm hearing that we might even sell Ugarte as well.
No, the obviously is obvious now.
Because obviously his 2-year mark will be this year, right?
His ranking is already down, so it's
Yeah,
very obvious
his 2-year mark will be this year.
this.
And obviously the philosophy of the club, or the culture of the club, is once you have crossed 2 years and you're not performing, you're shipped out. So his 2-year mark will be this year. Casemiro's contract ends this year. So that's 2 midfielders gone, and 2 more midfielders need to come in.
Bruno probably will leave too if we don't.
Oh, Bruno leaves.
Bruno will leave.
That one.
If we
Saudi
don't,
will come again.
Don't go to me. I feel like they should collect the money from Saudi. There's no point.
No, they will collect it. Saudi will come again, and they will not come with anything less than 80
They
for
should not be
Bruno.
stupid not to collect the money.
No, they won't come with anything less than 80.
So
I think we should just read the Premier League and get like 3 midfielders from Premier League.
we should just get. I'm trying to see if it is there. I don't think there's outside midfielders at the moment. We can just get that Baleba, get somebody that sits and
Yeah.
distributes.
Baleba is a sitter.
He also carries the ball forward too.
Yeah, he also carries the ball forward.
So for me, he just needs to, because what you need to find is, how do I save my job to the end of the season? It's the same thing Atata has been doing. How do I save my job? Now he's focused on the league. Do you understand? How do I save my job? How do I get a trophy? At least I need a trophy to keep face. So this one.
So the guy I was talking about, his name is Elliot Anderson. He's an English midfielder. He's so good. I've watched him. Like, I had to go specifically to do a live watch along for the Arsenal game. Not to hate watch Arsenal or anything. If Arsenal had lost, perfect. But to watch that guy, 4 matches, he has 1 assist.
Arsenal will now lose.
His average rating was 7.29 on Fort Mob.
Even
he has played 4
losing.
matches.
That's crazy.
He can play as a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, and he has also played as a left winger. So much versatility in this player, and he's just 22, right? So, and I'm seeing his market value is around $78 million. But I know once Man United enter 50M, that's what we use and get that guy, right? So these are players that, I mean,
now that he doesn't have like a proper valuation, right? It's not that it's a good time for us to enter.
No, it doesn't. But the minute Man United enters, the valuation will go up. He's their best ranking player or one of their best ranking. Yeah, he's their best actually. So Murillo is 7.0 average rating.
But their owner is also crazy. So
Marinakis is just an amazing human being. Trust me. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we've all talked about this whole Amorim system, and it's a challenge, obviously, not just the system, the philosophy, the players. And it seems like we came into the season with so much enthusiasm, and then after 4 games, we've won 1. We lost to Arsenal. It felt like a draw, but we lost. Then
the points
we drew to Fulham.
The problem is the points are counting.
Oh, the points are counting. Yeah. Out of 12, we've got only 4.
He needs to wake up and know that points are counting. That Fulham game is a painful game.
Yeah.
We could have easily walked away with that goal. But somehow after the goal, we just laughed back and felt like it was 92 minutes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you.
I feel like he needs to be proactive. He doesn't have to wait till 80th minute to bring him Maguire and start pushing the ball. He has to get to that point where if something is not working at 50, 60th minute, even earlier, change it. Like, we won't see you as somebody who doesn't stand. We'll see you as somebody that knows what you are doing. Do you understand? Like, if you are doing something and it's not working and you quickly change it, your team members are not going to see you as somebody who doesn't know. They'll see as, oh, you actually have a solution that works. Do you understand? And you try it again, you keep doing it. It doesn't matter. Your main game is that game. Each game is a final. And the players also have to see it the same way. Each game is a final. Right now, each game, because that's all we have. We only have the league. FA Cup is like maybe January or maybe December, because we are now low ranked. So, like, that's where we need to be focused on. Each game is a final. You can't come and tell me this is the final you want to. You have 1 week to prepare. You have been paid almost 100 and something thousand pounds every week. Why can't you show it on the board? You allow people that are paid 60, 50 to come and be beating you. Like, that's what I keep saying. Like,
you're so funny, I swear.
They pay you 3 times. The money valuation of our team, our salary wage probably will buy that Grimsby.
Yeah.
And yet, Grimsby beat us. Like, it's very, very crazy. So something is wrong with the coach sticking to his philosophy, and something is wrong with the players. And the earlier he realizes that and fixes it, then we are good.
So, in summary, are you Amorim in or Amorim out?
Right now, I don't even know. Right now, in. I will say I'm in. I'll give him a full season. Let him play the full season. The only thing
Exactly.
is, it's
Anyway,
just going to be another
painful
back-to-back
season.
painful season
Yeah.
of being the right guy.
Yeah. That
But
is going to be
my
hard.
own
For me,
thing
I'm Amorim
for
in.
me is
Yeah.
the next coach they are going to be bringing should be a proven coach. Don't need
I feel like,
they don't need to bring
speaking
in
of proven coaches,
they don't need to
I
bring any coach that is still, oh, I've won one trophy with these people, or in the low league. Don't bring any low. Just bring a proven coach in one of the top 5 leagues. Somebody has gone to
so what do you think about Oliver Glasner?
that's Christopher. I think he's okay. I think he's good. It's just the
You know
same
he
thing.
plays the same formation, right?
The thing is like Thomas Frank going to Tottenham. That's what I told tell people. I see Tottenham. I'm looking at Tottenham to finish higher there because Frank has the league experience. He's now in a better squad depth of attacking options and all those things. Do you understand? So I expect them, if he's a smart guy, I expect him to focus on all those smaller teams and deal with them. The big teams struggle, like get to
Yeah.
your point where you need them. You've got to Man
Yeah.
City, probably get Man City home and away. Go to Man U, collect the Man U point because Man U didn't give away now. So collect your 6 points. Go to Arsenal, Arsenal now, try and defend maybe 1 point out of the 2 games. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
end up highly. But the moment where you come and start trying to put your leg everywhere, you're in Champions League, want to fight for it, you will not win the Champions League. We all know that. Just go with that luck. If luck,
Yeah.
you need extra grit and luck to win Champions League. So if the luck shines on you, go with it. But if the luck is not shining on you, focus on that league because that league is your main priority to continue. If you don't keep them in that Champions League position, you're already shaky. Your minimum distance to keep them back in the Champions League position. Then any other trophy you add is something else for you. So that's why I say if you're going to pick a coach that is not proven yet, it should be somebody highly in the Premier League that we know that he has what it takes, like overall. Otherwise, please just go and bring, even if it's Klopp, beg him to forget Liverpool and come back. And let us know that we have a philosophy. Like people that know that they need a philosophy, they need results. I want him seems
Yeah.
like he's not bothered about results. Like he's only bothered about getting that philosophy right. Philosophy right takes years. As a team, it takes years. You can't come and fix people being played out of position immediately. All you have to do is every year you buy 2 or 3 players out. Go and check everywhere. Everybody. Pep came the first season. He did not have the players he wanted. The next season, he went to market, bought fullback, and bought a few other stuff and added. And gradually, he was now buying and adding and buying and adding. Do you understand? But he was also improvising and looking for the win while still maintaining his philosophy. But if you want to now force your philosophy and don't want to improvise, all you'll be getting is every day the fans will be telling you to go out. I pity for that guy that is waiting for 5 wins to barb his hair. Because it's going to be a long season. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my own take on it. He just
Okay.
needs to be able to
Yeah.
quickly improvise and just let's get the win. If 60 minutes our football is not getting the win, change and let's get the win. We start again next match. 60 minutes is not getting, we change, get the win. At some point, you will now see that other formation is another philosophy that we could have alternated to, and then we alternate to that philosophy and then be using it from fresh.
Yeah.
Everybody will
I
be fine.
agree with you. It makes sense. He needs to adapt. And that's why everybody's saying just adapt, not change, but adapt in such a way that eventually you get to build your team that you want.
I know him as somebody that tries players in different positions. Oh yeah, try Bruno in that third again. You understand? Try it and let us see.
Yeah.
And if it works, don't go and change it the next match because this person is not fit.
He brought when he brought in Menu, he moved Bruno to a 10. And then Bruno was now,
he was now
and this is why
creating more.
yeah,
Like we
this is
had
why
more
I feel
chances
like
than this thing. So me,
yeah, this is why I feel like Bruno needs to
I feel like
be
Bruno
played in
should
the 10.
sit in that 10, play Bruno 10, Cunha at the 9.
No, he did that. But what I'm going to say is I feel like Bruno sitting in the 10 is safer than Bruno sitting in the 6. Why?
Because
Bruno can do the job of coming back to defend
help
when needed and also go up. But put him in the 6 is like giving him a sole responsibility to defend and not go beyond
he
the center
doesn't
circle.
know how to defend and he is not able to track well. The thing is, Bruno can help run back when needed. but he can't do it throughout. It has to take 1 or 2 full seasons for him to be able to be like,
Yeah, but by then he'll be 34 or 33. So
what you won't need him now. So that's it. So he
it's all
just,
good anyway. Yeah, it's all good. I really
I
appreciate.
wish
Thank
him
you
all
so
the
much
best.
for joining me on this conversation. It's been an interesting conversation talking about Ruben Amorim. I know a lot of people are already done I'm surprised that you're even still supporting. I'm still backing Amorim. But thank you so much for joining us on this conversation. I hope we eventually have more conversations about Manchester United. Hopefully, when we are winning and when we are, kind of enjoying some streaks of victory, and then our wonderful Man United, I think his name is Stratford Strand or something, can eventually get to cut his hair. So, so thank you so much for joining me, Jude. I really appreciate. And if you have not subscribed already, please do like, share, subscribe so you don't miss anything as it relates to Manchester
And
United.
also, Arsenal is yet to score. It's
Oh yeah, it's
there's
new
only
at
one team that
72
can
minutes.
beat Atletico in a competitive game. Okay,
Being Athletic Club is
Athletic
beating
Club.
Athletic Club is not for anybody. So thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye and God
Take care.
bless.
Bye.